We are killing it this morning.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
We've been closing deals.
We're officially professional podcasters.
I mean, we were always professional.
I know, but now it feels like we're like the real deal.
Yeah.
We're in the ranks of the greats.
I just want to be one of the greats.
I want to be the GOAT. Mm-hmm. That's really what's happening for me right now is I really want to be goated.
I'm going to put it out there in the universe. I think one day if we could join Scott Galloway's podcast network or media network or be the new Scott Galloway, Kara Swisher, that would be my dream come true.
I agree with you because I think I'm also a great study for his theories of male.
I mean, we've asked Scott to adopt you before, but I think like every single episode now, I'm just going to be like, Scott, notice me.
I feel like we could party with Scott.
Yeah.
Do you think he drinks alcohol? Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a whole thing where he's like, you should drink alcohol.
He feels like a down ass kind of guy.
I feel like he's done some down ass shit.
He'll have a beer with us.
Yeah, I feel like he's more of a wine head.
We don't know. Scott, give us a call.
Come
Next
on.
time you're in LA, come hang out.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us at our monthly night.
Whoop.
Yeah, we're about to have a monthly.
We're going to get into that later.
Yes. But we'd love to see you in person.
Please come, but don't be violent.
Why would they be violent?
I don't know.
We're such personable, lovable people.
Anyways, just don't be violent. Please.
Hi, this is Joey.
Hi, this is Miles.
This is SPILF.
All right, so I wanted to start today because you texted me something that made me feel like an aging millennial, but also really blew my mind. And you were like, I'm done with the swag gap.
Yeah. You know, I've done age gap relationship, which I don't mind. But when I boil it down, the thing I cannot tolerate is a swag gap relationship.
Okay, so hit us with what that means because, like, I know what you mean, but I also speak Joey fluently. Jewy. I speak
Both are correct.
Both are correct, but I speak you fluently. But like swag also is like I think kind of an aging word. No offense, but we're getting up there now. But like explain that.
This is going to sound a little egotistical, but also not really. I'm a pretty cool person. Okay, I've tried to stay culturally relevant my entire life. I work in the music industry. I really admire music. But outside of my career and my interests, I've done so much work on myself. You know, I've been in therapy for over a decade. I'm very aware of my weaknesses in relationships and what I can contribute. And so a lot of the time, it's like I'm dating people and it's like, you aren't where I'm at in life, both in terms of the cool factor. I'm the kind of person that knows exactly what to order. People ask me where they should go when they come into town. I'm always looking for new artists to check out, going to live shows, but also emotionally, I am a giver and I am quite securely attached. And so for me, all of these things are a swag gap.
I love that. I took it a little bit more literally, but I think the way you explained it makes a lot of sense. Like I took it as I've never dated a girl who has my taste in music. Let's just use music. Also, like I understand we're music dorks. Like I can trace the lineage of music all the way to like the 1500s. I understand that's like autism shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, at least like cool bands. Like fuck.
I know, and it sounds a little shallow for music taste to matter so much, but I was explaining this to a friend yesterday. You don't understand. I've been a musician since I was 4. Being a musician and loving music is the core of who I am. And if I can't share that with somebody, or if I like send you a song and you're on Spotify and I'm on Apple Music, I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I would say I've always dated girls who have good style, though.
Yeah.
Style's never been an issue for me, but is that part of the swag gap for you?
It is. Sometimes I get so turned off by what a guy wears. Here's the thing. I don't truly have a type. I date all sorts of people. But what would be so embarrassing for me is that if I were dating someone and my friends or my exes or like my haters see a photo of myself and them together and they go like this, ugh.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I get that.
huh?
Actually, I don't
Like
get that.
I can't do it. No, I can't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There can't be a swag gap. I want to be with someone where everyone sees a photo or hangs out with the two of us and they're just like, wow, yeah, those two are meant for each other. It makes so much sense. I never want someone to have the reaction like some of you have had with some of my exes and their new partners. They're like, ugh.
Yeah. We've definitely had those.
Like, what is going on?
I don't know if I've gotten those reactions. I mean, I definitely look like a schlub today, but I'm also chilling.
But that's the thing. Like, you always date babes. I don't always date babes, but like I need the swag to be there.
I get you. I mean, this is making sense.
Whereas I think you always date beautiful women, but are you a great cultural fit?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's hard for me to define personally, but I think I should start thinking this way is what I'm getting at. And also, I think a big swag gap for me is there like an emotional swag gap?
Yeah, swag can mean anything.
So, define emotional swag gap and then I want to tell you what I'm thinking cuz for me, I've always dated super attractive women. I'm grateful for that.
You're a model. Like, yeah.
Whatever. Like clothing there, music no, but there's like emotional swag that one I'm still learning myself, but two that has like quite literally always been missing. But like define what that would mean for you.
I feel like when people go on a dating app and list what they're looking for, use filters, all of that is like surface swag. Like, I want this certain height, maybe even this kind of ethnicity, religion. They look at photos, like see what they're wearing, which neighborhood you live in, what music that you listen to, etc. Right? That's like
So scary.
surface. So that's visible swag. Now let's talk about emotional or invisible swag. Once you get into a relationship with someone, like, what is their communication style? What is their conflict resolution style? And also, what is their attachment style? We can call it an emotional swag gap, but really it's an emotional availability gap and emotional stability gap. Right? Are you looking for the same depth of relationship? And are you able to sustain that over time?
Yeah. Because I'm a big believer. Tell me what you think of this. Everyone argues.
Yeah.
I'm also severely emotionally dysregulated. I always have been. I'm really working on it, as you know. I'm going to take accountability for that. Product of my environment, whatever. But there is this thing I've come across a lot where it's like I'm good at arguing and I'm good at just being over it afterwards, which not everyone can do. Sometimes if I say something, I feel like there's this version that gets so taken out of context and then a definition is thrown at it and I'm like, no, you're just not also being accountable. You and I have argued before and you're like, you're being a dumbass. And I'm not like, you're mean. I'm like, fuck off. I don't want to talk right now. And then we'll talk later.
Yeah.
Over it. But it's like, that's really hard in my life with girls I've dated. I think I'm really passionate. I'm really intense. I'm also very dysregulated at times because my life can be quite chaotic. I wasn't given those tools. I just am like, there is a swag gap there where I'm like, you gotta know how to like argue for fuck's sake. Like, it's not that big of a fucking deal. I mean, I think it's also like the New York Jew in me. I'm like, people, you're like, you walk down the street and tell someone to fuck off. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Well, I think different people have different sensitivities, but if you pass someone's threshold, I don't think that that's automatically emotional abuse. Okay.
That's
And
what I was looking for.
I do think that couples need to learn how to fight well. But I think like you and I are both fiery people. We can give as good as it gets, but we have a foundation of a secure relationship that we can blow up. And no one's expected to be in a perfect relationship where you never argue or never have disagreements or whatever it is. It's how you deal with conflict after.
I don't know. I think a lot of people, though, currently are looking for no conflict relationships. And that
That's
really
just a
blows
sign of
my mind.
That's just a sign of avoidance.
I know, but
Pretending the conflict doesn't exist or sweeping it under the rug doesn't mean you didn't have a rupture.
I just don't get it. Like, here's an example, and this isn't even romantic. I was out the other night, and there's like these young guys, and they all have like heavy tattoos. They look like gangbangers. I'm comfortable in that environment. I'm also older than you, and like I'm not scared of you. And they like tried to play me and say something dumb, and I said something really dumb back, and they literally were like, "We don't want any smoke, man," verbatim. And I'm looking at
Like,
them.
that's not smoke. I'm just like,
No, but also like
tit
if
for
you
fucking
have
tat.
a neck tattoo and you're dogging someone, you do want smoke. Own it.
Yeah.
If you don't, stand in the back.
or it's a performative neck tattoo.
It's performative, but it's like I feel like everyone is performative now, like across the board. If I mean mug somebody, it means something. Like you have to be able to understand consequence. And I've realized that in my romantic jaunts, I'm just sitting there going, we've never had a conversation about this. You have completely defined something that is completely out of context now, and you're not even letting me rebuttal because it's aggressive. And it's like, a rebuttal's not aggressive. It's a conversation. I am very passionate. Look at how I talk.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for everybody, but I'm not being abusive right now. This is how I talk. What's wrong with that? And then these kids, they're like, dude, you started it. I just am not fucking scared.
Yeah.
I don't want any smoke. Then fucking rip your neck tattoo off, get those Nikes off, and wear a suit and look at the floor. Come on. Like, this is just societal norms to me. Maybe it's because I'm neurodivergent, but I'm just like, there's no way we're this sensitive now. Like, this is crazy.
What seems a little bit more insidious to me is not that they're too sensitive, but it's actually selfish in a way of like, you heard me, but I'm not going to allow you space for you to be heard.
That's what I mean, is just...
I'll throw it, but I'm not going to hear your side.
That's what I mean. It's like, catch all my shit and then like organize it in the cabinets for me.
Yeah, and I feel like I felt an emotional swag gap in conflict resolution when people also profusely apologize and go into a shame spiral or put themselves down or like talk about how it affects them. Instead of, again, both of us being heard and acknowledged, it becomes about caregiving to the other person. It's like, I fucked up so bad. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sad right now. I'm dealing with all of this stuff. The way you spoke to me really hurt me. And it's like, it's just back on them again. And it's like, wait, like, you didn't hear my side. You're just saying sorry constantly and apologizing.
It's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've experienced that a lot. And then it's also just being a guy. As soon as you hear you're being aggressive, I'm going to shut down because I'm not trying to be aggressive. Again, I'm very passionate and I am very comfortable just battling it out. It doesn't mean we're screaming at each other, but like, I'm comfortable in that space. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm not going to like just like bow down.
That's the thing. You need a partner where your communication styles are complementary. And even if you get into a thing where they're like, oh, you're being a little aggressive with my boundaries, want to exit this conversation, you and I are very good about that. I can't talk about that right now. And we come back when we're level headed and we can hear each other. But we love each other. So we really give each other the benefit of the doubt.
That's a good point.
It's how do you recover? Do you have a solid foundation that you always come back and repair?
Yeah. I think repair is big. I'm only learning that now. But yeah, I remember the other day, I forget what we were talking about. And you were like, are you doing that boy thing where you're just like shutting down? And I was like, yep.
Right. And then my response was like, okay.
Yeah. And
I'm not going to pry.
And then I called you like an hour later. That has been really frustrating in my life. Why did you hurt my feelings and now I'm taking care of yours? I don't think people are good at just like owning a sorry, and I think I'm actually getting really good at it. At just being like, I fucked up. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Like, why don't we talk about how to apologize? Like, we recently had a misunderstanding and I apologized to you and I meant it. And I think the components of an apology that is heard and understood is you say you're sorry. in the Goldilocks way, not too sorry, not too inauthentically sorry, but actually mean it. And people can tell if it's coming from a genuine place.
Yeah.
So an authentic, genuine sorry. Taking accountability. So like, I'm going to reflect, this is what I did. And there's no if and or buts. Don't add excuses. But because this, like, just cancel the word but.
Yeah.
I fucked up. Okay. Even if you have a million excuses, that's not what the other person needs to hear right now. And the third part is, it's not going to happen again.
Right.
And if I do this again, I will take accountability again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't go, I'm sorry, but this is why. And now I'm upset. And can you say sorry back and take care of me?
I also think people are just so scared of consequences. In the last 3 years, I've dealt with all of my consequences so hard. So I'm just not really scared anymore. Like, if you need to break up with me, this is an example. Like, if you need to break up with me because you just can't, I'm honestly, like, I'm not going to be that bummed.
Yeah, you're like, I'm so good.
That's the consequence of just, like, we don't see eye to eye. Fine.
I also think it's because we've recognized that we don't want a swag gap relationship. So if you find that you fundamentally don't handle certain conversations or emotional ruptures in a manner that fits you,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
I care about you, but we don't match.
Right.
We're not a good fit.
Yeah. I think that's a big part of it. Now, you also said this other thing that I want to jump into because it goes right into this. You started making like a list, right?
Yeah, I think for the very first time, you and I are so single. Like, we're not talking to anybody. We're not going on dates. We're just like solo dolo about our bag. That if I ever want to find a partner, I'm not sure that I do, I made a list of these are the qualities in a person that I'm looking for.
Totally.
And it's not like height, job, location, style, whatever. They're human values that I'm looking for. Like, number one, I want them to be known for their character. Like, ask anybody about them and they're like, that is a solid A+ person and I trust them with my life. They need to have solid character. Number two, I've realized that besides my children and my family, the most important people to me are my friends. If I couldn't envision this person being one of my best friends at a table of 4 with you and Spencer and them, they can't hang.
Yeah.
They've got to be able to hang because, like,
Yeah.
if you're not even going to be my best friend, how the fuck are you going to be my life partner?
Yeah. Also, I think with you and I, the be able to hang thing is really important because we can hang hard, too hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking for that.
No.
But it's like, I get you. Like, our crew, you might stay out till 3 a.m. and be like, how did they do that? They're like 35 to 40. And it's like, because we know how to kick it.
Yeah, and I also think that because our bond is so strong, or my bond with Trig is so strong, that it feels impenetrable at times. And the reason why I really enjoy, say, like, Trig's girlfriend, it's like the two of us, like, the first time she met both of us, they're like, oh, you guys are the same. You are the same person, just in different packages, but she could fucking hang.
Yeah.
You know, like, she wasn't
Yeah.
intimidated by, like, a girl being close to her boyfriend, and all three of us like to do things together. The three of us go to sports games, go have dinners. Like, when I want to do something, I text the both of them. Like, that really works. No guy or girl can be intimidated by the three of us going out for a beer. You have hung out, you and I, with people that I've dated, and it's very obvious who can hang and who can't.
Yeah. Whew. Defo. But I like the list. I'm not there yet, but I think your second point means a lot to me. I fear that my pattern is I attach super quickly because I'm a chatty ass Kathy. I'm an open book. I like literally tell the internet that I'm broken and that I have like problems. So like, I'm an open book. There's this attachment that happens because I just don't think most men are as open as I am.
Yeah.
Which fucking try. Anyways, then, but it's like I isolate with that person. It's like, oh, I'm hanging out with them. I'm hanging out with my friends. And then I find it really hard to like give time to both because my schedule also doesn't allow a lot of time for any of it. But I like that where I'm just like, you know what? No, actually, first test, come kick it. Like,
Yeah.
I want to start trying that and being like, let's just see how you interact with the world around you before I even like do anything with you. Because that's also super attractive, right? Being like, wow, they like commanded a room. Like, they're fucking funny. Joey liked them. I've like really, I've done that with what, like one girl I've dated since we've been friends, one. And at the
And
time,
that was a big green flag for us of like,
Yeah.
we all really like her.
yeah, but at the time, she was just my friend, and now we're just friends. I think that's big, but I'm still kind of creating my list.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it multiple times. You have a disorganized, or what we might say a fearful, avoidant attachment style, where I do think that when you fall for someone, you fall hard and fast because you crave that closeness and you isolate, and then you pour all of your extra time into that person. Like when you're not with your daughter, you're with the person that you're dating. And then once it gets real, that avoidant side kicks in.
That's big, yeah, because I think that's why I'm always like the 2-3 month guy. Because then I also get resentful. So I'm like, I don't see my friends. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you chose not to see your friends, bud.
There's a bit of enmeshment. It's very intense. And then you feel like you're losing yourself and you're not communicating well with them. Like your communication styles don't match up. Your attachment styles don't match up. Your conflict resolution styles don't match up. And then you're like, bam, I'm done. And then you're like out like a light.
Yeah.
It's gone. Done data.
I also think I've struggled the last 3.5 years with like bringing anyone around in a real way because for whatever reason, like in my microcosm of this city, like so many people gossip about me. I just am like outside. Like I'm not doing anything. This person isn't my wife. They're not like becoming a stepmother to my child. Like maybe we've hung out twice so far and I just wanted to like go to something.
Yeah.
But I like,
Yeah.
almost every time I've done that, something happens. Some fucking idiots talking shit. I get into it with some op. This person calls me like, I heard you were with this person. It's like, I just feel like I've been mistreated in that way where like, I can't just have like a normal interaction like other people can. And I don't get why. Like, I don't get why people care what I'm up to. Like, one of my best friends besides you is also a woman. And like we actively poke the bear because everyone wants to know if we're dating. And we're like, how do you not realize that we're just not dating? Like, so we poke the
But
bear.
I mean, same thing with us.
But it sucks.
Right?
Like I can't, there are times where like we actively are like, should we go to this or is this going to start some stupid fucking rumor mill? I need to not care as much. Also, like, I'm not that important. So, like, I understand it's a very microcosmic thing, but it makes me feel super insecure because I'm just like, I want to go do things. Maybe I am having fun. I want to, like, make out with somebody because I'm having fun.
Yeah, well, I think it's that dichotomy and the modern day phenomena of parasocial relationships. We put ourselves out there on the internet. But what I was trying to explain to someone in my life was like, yes, I put a lot of myself on the internet, but it's curated. And I actually keep so much so private. Like I started talking to somebody and like all of their friends were like, "Oh, you're a podcaster. I got to watch what I say. Don't put me on the pod." And I was like, "Bro,
You'd be lucky to be on this pod.
I know. I have a general rule for girls. Stay quiet about a man until he's loud about you."
Ooh, I like that.
Okay?
That's cool.
I see what you guys are doing. It's never someone who's feeling super secure about their relationship or their situationship or somebody who is like taking stories of their man and like posting them like from far away or catching them off guard. Really, really soft launching like a hand at the dinner table or whatever it is. It's a little bit of marking your territory. I think, or like trying to come off like I'm desirable, I'm with somebody, right? I was like, just don't do that until he's ready to be full send about you.
Yeah.
Because then what are you doing? If your relationship isn't at hard launch stage, then keep that to yourself. It hasn't matured to that place yet.
Yeah. I used to post my ex all the time. Like I was really, really public with like how much I loved her.
And you guys did campaigns together about your love, or with multiple of your exes.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, it felt good to be like publicly like her man. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a lot of confidence that also comes with what you're talking about. Like, you both feel better because you're like, oh, we're at this place where we're like telling the world, and like I'm like standing on that.
But
like,
it requires the both of you.
Totally.
And I'm the kind of person, I've been blogging since I was 23. I take pictures of everything. I take stories of everything. So like if I'm seeing somebody and I'm taking photos and videos, it doesn't mean I'm posting it.
Yeah.
Right? And I would never
I get you.
post somebody if they're not loud about me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, I totally agree with that. There's so much to say about, I truly believe that a relationship is its own language that you're both creating and learning. So, like, it's not going to be perfect.
No.
But stuff like this that we're talking about, like the swag gap, emotionally, whatever, like, those are, like, I think can be non-negotiables. Accountability is super important to me.
Yeah, and here's where I'm going to take accountability for where my relationships have broken down before. I was talking to my therapist, and because I'm such an extreme person, I either fall for the romance and get attached, but there's no emotional stability, or I reach for someone that has a lot of emotional stability and availability, but I don't have that romantic attachment aspect to it. One of the most important things on my list is that you need both.
Yeah.
I want to fall for someone that is available and stable. And it's so easy for us to fall, you especially, but it's like, I'm not going to allow myself to fall or attach that quickly anymore. I need to be more selective before that moment of like opening myself up.
That's really, I love that, because I'm thinking of a version of that for myself. I'm interested and like would love to get to know the person, but slowly. Like, let's go on a fucking walk. Let's get a coffee.
Yeah.
Let's like do 3-4 versions of this super safe version before we even get to having drinks. Like, really like elongating that process for me, because for me it's like, if I get drunk with you twice, I'm gonna be like, I'm in love with you, and it's like not literally, but I'm very
also
like, I'm like, wow. And it's like, nah, like, how do you operate? Like,
assess the list, assess the swag gap before you're like, okay.
Totally. I love that.
Or I don't need to see you every week. I don't need to talk to you 100 times over text every day. And it's so easy to get attached before you get to know somebody when you have all these dopamine triggers of like, we're going out, we're having a good time, and we're seeing each other 3 times a week, and we're texting all fucking day. And it's like, I'm attached, but I forgot to check whether you were right for me first.
Me personally, like, I love chatting. So if you can keep up with me, I'm going to be like, but
people mistake that for a deeper relationship because of the frequency of how much you're talking.
Yeah, exactly. I think I've gotten a lot better at just recently just being like, I'm doing something right now. I will like write that person back in 3 hours when I'm done.
Yeah.
It feels weird. It's healthier dynamic. And it's like, I'm not apologizing. Like, I was making dinner. Like, you'll live.
But here's the advice. Chemistry is immediate. It's easy to fall for someone because it feels good to fall for someone. It's easy to get attached based on dopamine and frequency of connection.
Yeah.
But be more selective of who you do those 3 things with.
Yeah, I love that. And also maybe like push yourself to wait 3 weeks. Like, be like, oh, this is all cool, but like, let's see how I feel in 3 weeks before you even like put it like the next ring of that ladder.
Or 3 months, people say like first 2-3 months, it's the shiny highlights
like, you don't
reel
need to
of
make
somebody.
out on the first date. I know that sounds nuts, but like, you kind of don't.
Yeah.
You're looking at me like, you're going like, you're like, yeah, right, Miles. Not me. I mean you. I'm fucking weird with that shit. You're like, if someone didn't kiss me on a first date, I would never talk to them again.
My first ex-husband.
My first ex-husband should have been the name of this podcast.
My first ex-husband at some point, I'm a sex positive person, okay? He was just like, Joey fucks like it's a handshake.
Yeah, you do. You're built different. You're
I'm
built
built
different.
different.
Anyways.
Yeah, thanks. It's out there on the internet now. But it's like, it also doesn't mean that much to me. Although it's a sign. It's like, if I'm doing that with you, it's like, I literally don't care.
I mean, also
What's your
what you're
name
talking
again?
about, though, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, like, that's feminism. You're literally a fucking feminist.
Yeah, girls
Like,
can be fuckboys too.
no, but girls can be sexually positive, and it's
Yeah.
not, it doesn't mean that you're a derogatory name or you're loose or you have daddy issues. I mean, you do have daddy issues, but like, it doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
Like, that's feminism to its core.
Is like, this was an enjoyable time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, like I can't even do that. So, bet.
Yeah. I think you're kind of ready to meet somebody.
I think so.
What are you looking for in a partner?
I think I'm still trying to define that because I'm still trying to forgive a lot of my wrongs. I'm still trying to contextualize and make right all the things that weren't right and the things that I need to be accountable for, the things that I don't need to be accountable for. I'm still learning to love myself. All of these things, I think I am really fiery. That to me immediately means I'm aggressive, which scares me, like da 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 da.
I think the opposite is true though. Like, I think you do need someone who is emotionally secure and stable enough to understand that you can both be very fiery and they need to be strong enough to handle that, but also that you can be really sensitive. And so they also need to be very mindful of how they speak to you.
Yeah, and
Like, can they take it, but then can they also offer?
yeah, and I think the whole having a kid of it all weighs very heavily on me because I am in an age group where I don't want to be the reason someone didn't get to do that. And look, I do think there's someone out there who's like, you know what, I didn't have my own kid, but I love being around that kid and him, and like that's just the way my life went, and I'm so good with that. But I see this a lot where I have a lot of friends who are like 40 plus and they're like, you know, I was with this guy for 10 years and like we just never had kids and he didn't want to and now I'm regretting it. And like, I don't want to be that at all.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things to think about, but I think that I am ready to like be kind of really with someone in a real way, but I need somebody who can like really work with me. And I am struggling with if that's a lot to ask for.
Both of us being single parents and having children is a huge factor in deciding whether someone can be our partner. So it's both ways. It's either someone who wants a child, but because you're not prepared to have another one, are they okay with never having kids? Same thing. It's like when I date someone younger, someone in my life was like, but I envision having children with you. And I said, I am never having another kid. So like, this needs to end now. Or the flip side is they never wanted kids. But if you're the kind of person, no judgment, who really wants to remain child free, well, that also doesn't work because I already have kids. And you need to be the kind of person that doesn't like necessarily want to be a parent. You don't have to be a parent, but you're gonna be parenting a kid. Because my kid is with me half the time.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And I think that's really tough. And to answer the question is, I think I am ready.
Yeah.
Like, I want that.
But because I care so much about you, it's okay to question whether that's too much to ask of someone, but I would want you to have hope. The way that I see it is my list now is so solid of what I want in a person. And let's say it is too much to ask and I'm never going to find that person. Okay, let's say it's like a 1 in 5 billion chance that I meet this person that satisfies all these like character traits that I'm looking for. Maybe I won't meet them, or maybe that person exists, but they're already in a happy marriage, right? Like I'm at that age where like people are taken, or they're getting divorced. But I shouldn't have to lower my standards or settle anymore.
Totally.
Because I've done it all. I've been married twice. I've bought a house. I have kids. I know what love really feels like. So why would I settle for something that's not actually right for me? I'm good, actually. I don't know that I need a partner anymore. I have my kids. I have a great career. I love my friends to death. If I have a night off from the kids, I want to be spending it with my friends.
And you do. You're really good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need a partner. I feel like I've talked about this before, like collecting the infinity stones of like a family, friendship, career, love, and sex. They can come hand in hand or they can come separately.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I see that for you. I just think I'm still in a place where I haven't cracked the code for myself, but I also think it exists. And I think I just genuinely do better in a partnership, like as a human being. Yeah, we'll see. But it's funny how we switched, because I feel like our first episode, I was like, I'm broken. I'm done. I'm retired. And you're like, love exists. And I was like, fuck love. And now you're like, I'm good, but I really want that for you. And I'm like, I would really like a girlfriend. But
yeah,
I'm also not desperado, like I'm not looking for a girlfriend, but I think I'm kind of done dating, like without intention.
Yeah.
I don't need to get laid like that in my life anymore. I just don't. And I mean, it's so fun. I love that for everybody, but like, I'm good.
I think because is it ever casual? It gets complicated once you start fucking somebody.
I think it does. I think I've also realized that. I think my definition of sleeping with someone has drastically changed over the last 6 months. I obviously grew up in a world where it's like have sex with as many people as humanly possible. I wasn't really that way, but now it's like I just really want to be intentional because I think something breaks as soon as you have sex.
I mean, it's called intimacy for a reason.
Yeah, but I think I'm also like facing the fact that I may be an intimate person, which sounds insane because I'm not historically affectionate or intimate.
Right. Because
I run from it.
You and I are like, we got that dog in us. And then you're like, but wait a moment.
Yeah, but I think I am kind of intimate. I mean, you see how I am with my daughter. Like, I'm so affectionate. Even her mom is like, you have never been affectionate the way you are with her, with me, with your own mom, with anybody. I'm not even affectionate with you. Like, I'm not an affectionate person, but I think I'm like learning that I might be, which is so wild.
With your partner.
I think so, which is cool. I feel like that's growth.
It is.
Yeah, totally. But anywho.
But I think I can kind of be the opposite sometimes. Like I am so compartmentalized with my relationships or dalliances. I'm just like, bro, you're done. Get out. Here's the line.
You're really good at that. But also, you are a fucking sad girl and like will pine for someone that you really do care about. So you're not like mean.
Yeah, I think it's just two extremes.
Yeah.
It's either I'm so deeply loyal to you and it's like my heart belongs to you and it still belongs to you about somebody. Or it's like, if you're not that for me, I've literally texted people like, I don't care if you live or die. Why are you telling me anything?
That's insane. Oh, okay.
And then there are people that I really care about. It's like, I would die for you.
And you would.
And it's those two extremes. It's like nothing in the middle for me. And I think a lot of people have a problem with that.
I think they do too, but I also think that's like, I'm not even making a joke right now, even though it sounds like I am, but I think that's also like very Chinese of you. Like straight up, that is your
it's just
culture.
gangster.
No, like your culture, Hong Kong culture is literally like, go fuck your mother and die. But if it's family, it's like eat more. Like it's very yin and yang. Chinese, baby. I think we should do some plugging now.
Okay.
Because I'm proud of us. We have our first sponsor, so
we do. All of your favorite episodes surround us talking about relationships and dating. And so it's only befitting that our first sponsor is Field.
Field. Freaky entertain. Does it stand for something? It's like
How
a field.
does it feel?
But no I. It's two E's. Field.
Yeah, like playing the field and also feeling.
Oh, field. Got it. That's cool. Anyways, so we are doing this live, and we're having a little mixer of sorts at the end of the month.
Yeah. I don't know if you've given dating apps a try or if you've given Field a try. I've been on Field for a long time, but we appreciate the IRL moments. We want to create a space where like you could potentially meet the person, no swag gaps allowed, or maybe you're okay with a swag gap.
Maybe
IRL.
you are the swag gap.
Yeah.
All are welcome.
Yeah, so stay tuned to this page because we're going to be doing this towards the end of March. Miles and I will be hosting a Field-sponsored event, and you get to watch us do our thing, record a little podcast segment. Maybe you'll get to like roast our profiles.
Yep, or just roast me in person.
Yeah. I don't know. Should we do something where like people can swipe for us?
Yeah.
Who do you think we should be matching with?
I also think we're going to be on the app, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be apt.
Yeah, but we also want you to connect with us and connect with each other off the app.
Please do.
Because Field is a community where you can meet somebody on or offline.
Yeah.
So thank you to Field. This is going to be so fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. Also, I'm great at drinking, as we all know. So let's go. Also, the music, as you have just heard, is very important to us.
Yeah.
It'll be heavily curated.
So if you would like to meet us on Field or in the field, come to our event, SPILF IRL.
First one. First of many.
First of many.
Woo! So please, we would love to see you at our event. We genuinely love people so much. But there's something I really need you guys to do, because this is a very slow burn. This is very much a labor of love. I mean, now we're getting straight up bags for it because we're killing it. But subscribe, please. Subscribe, because it tells all these algorithms that Joey and I are awesome, and it makes you look awesome, and then we can do more things, and I don't know. It will get more swaggy and less swag gappy if you just start with the subscribe button. It's also literally one click. Give me a break.
Yeah, and our friends, maybe it's not our friends, but we have 5 stars. We have a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts.
I don't think it's our friends. I genuinely don't.
Yeah, and also like we read all the comments.
Yeah.
Sometimes I be like, "Is this your sister?" And you're like, "No," and it's like, "Oh, it's actually just an internet stranger." So we love it.
Fucking subscribe, please. Also, though, we understand we're new to the game, but like we can only be new to the game for so long.
Yeah.
Anyways, love
We're
you all.
having fun.
Godspeed.